Hi guys, so this is going to be another review and you are not seeing double. If you watched my previous video, I'm wearing the exact same thing and that's because it's the exact same day. I just have a 6-month-old who is teething and a 10-year-old, and sometimes it's quite challenging getting a little bit of alone time to be doing these kinds of videos. So right now that I have time, I wanted to film a couple of videos. I don't know if I'll be uploading them back to back because I don't want to get you guys tired. But yes, I am wearing the exact same thing. That's because that's the exact same day. And like I said, this is going to be a review for the Revlon Colorstay Whipped Foundation. And I am in the color 240 Natural Beige. I've had this foundation probably a good 4 to 5 months, and I love it. Let me just say right off the back. It took me a while. It's been out longer, I think, but it did take me a little while to purchase because the whole whipped, I was like, I don't know how that's going to suit with my skin. I have oily, acne-prone, sensitive skin, but my biggest concern with this foundation was the whole point that I'm oily. And the whole thing being a cream makeup whipped foundation, I was just like, no, that is not going to go well with my skin. I have tried the original Revlon Colorstay for oily, or is it combination to oily skin, which I've tried, I like, but it was just way too matte for me. Or not necessarily matte, it would just dry too quickly on my skin. I've heard that the other formula is really good even if you have oily skin because it gives you a little bit more playtime, sort of speak, when you're applying your makeup, but I haven't tried it. So I can only speak for the one that I have tried, and although I've used it and I liked it, it's just almost way too drying and matte, and it just dries on your skin really quickly. So I finally gave this a go, and let me just say, I wish I would have gotten into it a lot sooner because this is probably right now one of my top favorite foundations. I do have another one, which that's a separate video. And let me just show you what the consistency. Now it does come in a glass jar, and it's the same, or actually it's 0.8 fluid ounces. And it comes in a jar, glass jar, which is a little deceiving. I will say I went through like 1 or 2 colors lighter than the natural beige because the glass jar is a little deceiving. So when you're looking at the little color swatches at the store, at the drugstore, you can't really tell really well through the thick glass the color. I mean, that is one of my, probably my biggest things I don't like about drugstore foundations is obviously you can't test them. You don't have any of their color matching you. And with a thick glass jar like this, it's even harder, and you can't open them obviously because it's really well like wrapped with like plastic and stuff. So that's the only thing that I had to go back and forth until finally I found the one that I really like. And it looks like this. And it's, you know, it's quite, you know, even though if you leave it kind of leaning on one side, which I have, it will kind of run down. The only thing I will say is that the jar is quite heavy. It's not necessarily travel friendly. But I don't do a lot of traveling, so I don't have to worry about that. But I'm just showing you a little swatch so you can see. And as you can see, I'm, you know, touching. And obviously it's a whipped foundation. And, you know, it's not runny at all. It blends very well into the skin. It just kind of like melts in your skin. And just, it's a very nice consistency. I will repurchase. Like I said, this is one of my top out of 2 very favorite foundations that I have at the moment. It almost gives you a matte It's not like it's not necessarily like a complete matte, but it's not a dewy foundation. I can get away with it very easily not setting it with a powder, although I do, just because, like I said, I'm very oily, especially right now in the summer. And living in California, it gets pretty hot. And yeah, I really do like it. And like I said, you can't see any shine whatsoever. So like I said, I could get away with not using a setting powder. I don't know what else there is to say other than I really do like it. The only downfall, like I said, once you find your match that you do like, color match, it's really, I have no complaints. But other than that, I mean, kind of hard to kind of color match you at the drugstore because of the glass container, and it's quite heavy. Although it does look really pretty. I don't know, I'm attracted to packaging, so it does look quite pretty when it's out in my little makeup tray. But yeah, so that's pretty much my review. If you have any questions, please post them in the bottom bar below, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.